Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's so nice to spend some time with you today. I hope that you are well. It is Friday the 1st of May here in Australia, and I can't quite believe that we are in May. I feel like I remember it being March, and April is my birthday, and so I had my birthday in isolation this year, so that was interesting. But anyway, I wanted to come on, check in, see how everyone's going. Like I said, we are on day day a million. Is that allowed? Are we allowed to say that? Day a million of isolation. We are going really well. Praise God. We are ploughing through. We are doing homeschool, or mostly it's like distance learning, because my kids, my boys, their school have organised it really well, and they have online learning platforms that they get to go on to every day or every school day and do the set tasks. So that's been really good. My two older boys are in high school, so they're definitely more independent learners, but my littlest bear, we're still kind of, just overseeing to make sure that he is achieving everything that he needs to be doing at the moment. But apart from that, my work is still crazy. I'm not sure when that's going to be different, but we're sort of starting to see a few little restriction changes. Our country, as of today, like the 1st of May, we are now in a different stage of lockdown, I suppose, and we are able to go and visit. So 2 adults and their children are allowed to go and visit another house that has, 2 adults and their children. So almost like 2 families can come together and like catch up and have a meal or whatever. We still obviously have to practice social distancing, but praise God that, the direction has been amazing from our Prime Minister and our leaders in government, that has meant that our numbers for the virus have been really low. And we are really hopeful that that continues, and that will continue if we all make good choices and stay home whenever possible, limit going to, busy places with lots of other people, and continue to social distance. So I'm sure that wherever you are in the world, you are experiencing the same sort of thing as we are here, because this is a worldwide pandemic. It is not just isolated to Australia. So wherever you are in the world, I hope and pray that you and your family are safe and well. Where I'm so thankful during this time for YouTube, for the distraction that brings, because while I am working a ridiculous amount of hours, and my husband is still working as well, because we are both considered essential workers, there's nothing quite as awesome as coming home from work and doing the dinner and bedtime and all of that, and then when the house is quiet, just having a little bit of time to catch up on a podcast, to wind down. It's escapism in its most beautiful form, I feel like. So like I said, I'm super, super thankful for YouTube, for all of my yarny friends that I watch all the time. And I know that this whole isolation thing would be so much harder if we were not able to access an already really strong yarny community. But you know, that's me rambling on for 5 minutes and I haven't even spoken about yarn or anything. So if this is your first time watching, hello and welcome. This is a podcast where I talk about mostly crochet with a splash of sock knitting on the side. I talk about lots of crafty adventures and mostly just living the craftiest life possible. So this is my little corner of YouTube filled with love and kindness, and I'm so thankful for all of my new subscribers. I can't actually believe that I'm over 800 subscribers already. It seems to be so bizarre, but thank you so much to everyone that has hit that subscribe button. And of course, if you are new and only just finding me, I would love it if you hit the subscribe button so that you can be part of our Yarny family in this little corner of YouTube. And of course, hit the like and notification bell just to the right of that so that you are notified when I upload new content. It is a little bit sporadic at the moment because I don't really have a routine as far as work goes. I am currently the only person in my department, so my work load has definitely increased, and so my days are a little bit all over the place. But I wanted to check in today. It is super windy outside, so I generally like to film outside because I love that you guys can see a little bit of my garden. It's so nice to be out in the fresh air, but it was like blow your head off windy. It still is crazy windy outside, and so I thought, I really want to record today. And my boys are quietly working on we're finished homeschooling for the day, and so they're working on some individual projects, and my amazing husband has taken my shopping list and gone to do the food shopping. So I thought I am literally gonna hit that record button and get going so that I can at least have some new content up for you guys. So what have I been working on? Well, I've got 3 whips and I do have a finished object, but I will have to put an image of that in because I actually have already taken that to work. So my only finished object for the week, or for this episode of podcast, is I did a rainbow bunting for the garden gate visits at my work. So we're starting to introduce garden gate visits where family members can come and sit on either side of the garden gate, and obviously with social distancing taken into consideration, but they can actually see their loved ones, which is so amazing and has been such a beautiful thing to watch. So I thought every single garden gate needs to have a beautiful ray of sunshine full of love bunting. And I happened to find a pattern from Kerry Jane Designs. She is on Facebook. She has if you search for that, I'm really slack with the notes today, mostly just because I don't have time to, I'm literally gonna film and upload. So if you search Kerry Jane Designs Crochet, she's got a huge Facebook group and she has released this rainbow bunting pattern, which I will insert a picture here. Cute. So I've already taken that into work, and the residents loved it. My boss thought it was so cute. And I totally, when I had hung it up outside on my fence to take that photo, as I was like walking backwards to like get a really good frame of the shot, yep, I fell over a tree or a bush thing in my backyard, in my garden. And so my husband commended me for my photography skills and the determination that I had to get the right shot, or the best shot. So that's my one finished item. The other couple of things that I've been working on, you saw in my last podcast. So I'm still using my very cute bunny bowl. I have nearly finished number 1 sock, which is super cute. Still loving it. Just really enjoying that slow, repetitive knit, which is awesome. So I do a fish lips kiss heel, but I don't do the pearl. So this is just all garter, which is super easy. It's just knit. And so I love it. I have ended up liking using the Chiagu needles. Thankfully, I have been able to put through an order with Knit Picks, but because it is just absolutely crazy at the moment trying to get shipping, international shipping is pretty much just, it's taking forever. Like, it's really a long time. But it is like that because there's a current worldwide pandemic, and so we just have to extend a little bit of grace right now. So I did put through a really big order with Knit Picks. Must have been last week. I ordered a whole bunch of their Bravo worsted weight yarn because 200 gram balls were like less than $5 Australian, which was crazy. So not actually for any one project, literally as a top up, because I knew that it's probably going to take 6 to 8 weeks to get to me over here, I'd say. If it comes sooner than that, well, that's awesome, but I'm expecting it to be at least a month, 6 weeks. So during that, when I put through just a top up order of all the colors that I like and that I think I might use for amigurumi, I also added in 4 sets, I think, of the Knit Picks sock needles that I really like to use. So just so I've got some on hand. Oh, this yarn, if you didn't catch my last episode, this is called, I can't even remember. It's by NNK Yarns, which is a real favourite of mine, but it's called, I've named these my always look for rainbows socks, because there is always rainbows to be found. So that's what I've been working on. If you watched my last episode, you will have seen that I was working on the painted, what was it called? I can't even remember. I'm so bad today. I think it was called the Late Beach Sunset Blanket. Anyway, I got through the first repeat, and I just didn't have the capacity to do it. So I basically just cut it, chucked it, and started a granny square blanket using that yarn. And I am absolutely in love. This is just exactly soothing my soul, and that's exactly what I need right at the moment. So these are exactly the same yarns that I was using for the, I think it was called Painted Sunsets or something. Anyway, for that same blanket, and I just love it. Plain old granny, but I love it. There's something so soothing about a granny stitch that I love. And I did that because sometimes you just got to know when to walk away from a project and go, I am not enjoying this. I am not going to spend the time that I have available to me crafting at the moment, spending time working on things that don't bring my heart joy. So because my work is so busy, family stuff, trying to organize everything with the boys, I literally just want something that I can just mindlessly work on and watch YouTube. Not have to count, not have to look at what I'm doing. And I love that blanket, and I will definitely maybe come back to it at a later time. But my love heart is granny square, granny stitch. I love it. So I'm just going to keep plodding along with that. I have no real plans to rush through that process. I am simply enjoying the slow and the joy that it brings me to have a granny stitch project on the hook at all times. If you have watched any of my previous episodes, you will know that I love a granny stitch project, and I always try to have one on the hook, but I must say that of late I have not, and so I've really craved it and missed it. So I've got three blanket quantities of yarn recently in from orders that I put through with Australian shops. So I've got heaps of yarn for blankets, and I'm really excited just to be able to slow and enjoy that process of a granny stitch. So the other project that I have only just started but am thoroughly enjoying is this cardigan. So this is a paid for pattern. It is by the Velvet Acorn, and it is called the Envision Cardigan, and I love it. So I was searching for a cardigan pattern to make for myself for winter. I looked on a whole lot of different, I spoke about doing, I think it was called I can't even remember. I spoke about last time, on my last episode, I was talking about doing a different pattern for my cardigan, and I think I will go back to do that at another point, but I really wanted something that was slow, that it was slow and joy producing and really, really simple, repetitive stitch pattern. This pattern is literally all half double crochets. And so really slow, mindless, almost mindless, you know. So I've literally only just started. So I've got this much. So this is so it's a top down. So this is the top of my cardigan. So not a lot really to show, but I'm literally loving every single stitch. So the pattern so far has been joy filled to work on. I am using a clover. The pattern calls for a 5mm hook. And I must say, I don't know what happened, but I had to do a dash to the local sewing supplies shop who sells clover more hooks. And I grabbed myself a size 5 because I don't know what happened. I thought I had, in the Tulip Edamo, I thought I had all of the sizes, but either I've lost a hook somewhere, which is very possible, or I didn't actually have the 5. I went up by 1/2 mil increments instead. And this beautiful colour is coming up more purple. Yeah, it's coming up more purple. It's definitely a real denim blue, like a a darker sort of blue. But it is a Fiddlesticks yarn. It's Fiddlesticks 8. It's a DK weight yarn. So I literally, to find this pattern, I went on to Ravelry. I searched cardigans under crochet, but I actually did an extra filter this time because I've looked on Ravelry before and I haven't seen this same cardigan, or maybe I have but can't remember. Anyway, it doesn't really matter, but I actually added an extra filter this time, and I filtered it using DK weight yarn because I had bought 7 balls of this anti-pilling DK weight acrylic Fiddlesticks yarn. I really wanted to use that. So I've never actually crocheted with this. Oh, actually, I tell a lie. I made this little dude, he's out of Fiddlesticks yarn. But I actually haven't used it like to work with an actual pattern, like a garment pattern. It's beautiful. It is so beautiful. The yarn is so beautiful to work with. It is so soft and squishy. I can only imagine the gloriousness that it will be when it actually works up into, when you actually get to like finish the cardigan and you wash it and you actually start to wear it, because I can only imagine that it is, sorry, my watch is ringing. It's just incredible. So I am really looking forward to working on my cardigan project. Like I said, I've really wanted to make a cardigan for a long time. A crochet cardigan. I've knit a cardigan before. I've knit a top-down raglan style cardigan. I did that last year. But I am loving this design. It's a paid-for pattern. Like I said, it's by the Velvet Acorn. She is on Instagram and all the other things. But I just love this. I'm really, really, really loving it. So I'm literally only up to row 3. But I am loving it. So I'm really... It's this interesting stage, and I'm sure that we're all sort of starting to feel the same way, where I am just so craving the slow projects and the things that actually really bring me joy. So I am, really, really looking and loving all of these projects that I'm working on. It's so funny because when I pulled out that blanket the other day, I was like, I just don't actually have the brain capacity to learn these new stitches. I need to just do projects that literally I don't have to think about. I am just working. And so even with this cardigan, so yes, I'm still following a pattern and I'm very much going literally row by row by row, but because it's literally half double crochet stitches the entire way through, you are then adding on ribbing at the end, of course, and then you pick up around the outside, like the on the sides and the neck for the button band. You're literally just doing that one stitch over and over and over and over and over. So that's just so much about what I need right now. At the end of when I've been at work and it's busy and I've fed the kids when I get home, or I'm cleaning up after them or whatever, and then they're chilled out for the night. I just need to be able to do something with my hands that keeps myself busy and my mind busy, but just helps me to wind down. So I don't know, does anybody else feel like that, or is that just me? I don't know. I hope that it's not just me. Anyway, I will keep this video short because I didn't mean to ramble for as long as I have. But I am really so excited, of course, to have made a video today. But I would love to hear from you in the comments below what you're working on. What has been your most favorite project to work through in this ISO period? If you have not already, please hit that subscribe button, because it means that we are growing our little corner of YouTube here, which is fantastic. And most importantly, I hope that this video finds you well and that you spend a little bit of time making whatever it is that makes your heart sing. Be blessed, and I will talk to you again really soon. See ya.